Good morning. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our webinar. My name is Marijana Milošević-Tuhović, and I will be your host for today's session. I'm based at Hub Brussels office in Belgrade, where we cover Montenegro and Serbia, and we also represent two other regional agencies, AVEX and Flanders Investment and Trade. So we support all Belgian companies interested in these two markets. Thank you for taking the time to join us today and to learn more about the diverse business opportunities and the economic landscape of Montenegro. Today's session is dedicated to exploring key areas of economic cooperation with Montenegro, a relatively small country with significant potential for partnership and growth. We look forward to a dynamic exchange and discovery of new prospects for collaboration. But before we get started, I will briefly guide you through today's agenda, as we are pleased to welcome an excellent panel of speakers who will share their knowledge of the Montenegrin market, first-hand experiences, and some practical examples of successful cooperation between Belgian and Montenegrin companies. So we have with us today His Excellency Frederick de Welter, Ambassador Designate of Belgium to Montenegro, Mrs. Nina Drakic, President of the Chamber of Commerce of Montenegro, Mr. Dusan Radonjic, Director of International Relations at the Chamber of Commerce of Montenegro, Mrs. Maša Šturanović from Montenegrin Investment Agency, Mr. Jana Nikolić, Executive Director at the Foreign Investor Council of Montenegro, Mr. Liven Van Sande, Project Director at Basics Montenegro, Mr. Luke Debliki, CEO of Net2, Mr. Luka Ivanović, CEO at Ray and Jules Balkans, and Mr. Ivan Bošković, CEO of ITAS company, working together with Belgian company B12 Consulting. We will also have a brief intervention of Charge d'Affaires of the Montenegrin Embassy in Brussels, Mr. Nebojša Čegorović. So we sincerely thank to all our speakers for being here today and for sharing their perspectives. I would also like to invite you all to write any questions you may have in the chat during the webinar, as at the end we will have a brief Q&A session. So without further ado, let's begin our journey into the world of business opportunities in Montenegro. Let me give the floor to Ambassador de Welter, who will open the session. Mr. Ambassador, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Marijana. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, dear participants of this morning's webinar. I hope you can hear me well. So let me first start by introducing myself. My name is Frederick de Welter, and I'm the new ambassador to Serbia and Montenegro. In the case of Montenegro, I'm still the incoming ambassador, as I still have to present my credentials to the head of state, to the president, which I hope to do very soon. I was asked to give you a small introductory speech for this webinar, and since I'm still quite new, please bear with me if I make some mistakes or say some less accurate facts about Montenegro's economy. Montenegro, with a population of approximately 600,000 people, is an open and predominantly service-based economy that has shown remarkable resilience after the COVID crisis. After a sharp contraction, Montenegro experienced a rapid recovery, with averaging an impressive growth rate of around 7% a year after 2020. Overall, the outlook remains positive despite a challenging global environment, as you know. A growth rate of around 3% is expected for this year, and for next year, this mainly supported by progress towards EU membership. Montenegro uses the euro as its de facto currency, and in November 24, it joined the geographical scope of the Single Euro Payments Area, or SEPA. This move will streamline financial transfers in euros and reduce transaction costs between Montenegro and other SEPA members. As you know, the country is actively working towards EU membership, with EU relations playing a central role in Montenegro's political and economic strategy. Montenegro obtained candidate status for EU membership in December 2010, And as part of its EU integration process, Montenegro has been implementing structural reforms, bringing it closer to fulfilling the criteria for full EU membership. With all 33 chapters opened and 6 provisionally closed, Montenegro is the most advanced country of all the candidate countries. For projects in Montenegro, the EU has mobilized 1.3 billion euros in investments and around 400 million euro in EU grants to support structural reforms and infrastructure development. Now, a little word about trade. Montenegro's foreign trade is predominantly focused on CEFTA members, Central European member states, and the European Union. In 2024, the country's largest export partners were Serbia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, and Switzerland. Major import partners included Serbia, China, and Germany. In 2023, the EU accounted for almost half of Montenegro's total trade in goods. NFDI is a major driver of Montenegro's economic growth and development, with the country continuing to lead the region in FDI inflows per capita. Over the past 5 years, FDI has averaged around 18% of GDP annually. The key sectors driving Montenegro's economy include tourism, energy, agriculture, industry, and services. And the country's stunning 300-kilometer coastline and breathtaking mountainous northern region are key drivers of its vibrant tourism industry, which contributes nearly 30% to GDP. Tourism continues to grow, creating business opportunities for companies in hotels, restaurants, travel agencies, and tourism-related infrastructure. Businesses in hospitality, hotel management, and tourist development can capitalize on growth in popular Adriatic destinations. Moreover, Montenegro's ambitious transport infrastructure investment program, totaling around 9 billion euros, opens up substantial investment opportunities and partnerships within the country and the broader Western Balkans region. Renewable energy is another promising sector, as Montenegro increasingly focuses on sustainability and reducing dependence on fossil fuels. Sectors such as solar, hydro, and wind energy are becoming highly attractive. And last but not least, Montenegro is increasingly prioritizing the development of its ICT sector, offering opportunities for various forms of collaboration. There are numerous prospects for technology transfer and know-how transfer across sectors as agriculture, food industry, environmental protection, and waste management, among others. So to conclude, ladies and gentlemen, my rather long introductory speech, for which I apologize. Montenegro is a country with a vast potential and plenty of opportunities. I wish you, therefore, a more than interesting and productive webinar. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for this interesting introduction, very useful information for all our participants. It is my pleasure now to give the floor to Mrs. Nina Drakic, President of the Chamber of Commerce of Montenegro. Mrs. Drakic, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Hello from my side. Your Excellency, the representatives of the Trade Office of the Belgian Embassy, estimate members of the Belgian business community, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us for this important webinar, which aims to further present Montenegro to Belgian entrepreneurs as an open partner for cooperation, investment, and joint growth. Although small in size, Montenegro is positioning itself as a strong investment destination in the Western Balkans, stable, economically open, and with a clear strategic goals, membership in the European Union. That is precisely why partnership with countries like Belgium, which have a long tradition in international trade, innovation, and sustainable development, is of exceptional importance to us. The Kingdom of Belgium is one of the founding members of the European Union and a country with a rich tradition in diplomacy and economics, represent a reliable partner and an inspiration to Montenegro in its aspiration toward full EU membership. Economic cooperation between our two countries is on a steady upward trend. In 2024 alone, trade exchange reached 24.2 million euros, an increase of 8.5% compared to the previous year, which gives us hope that more Belgian companies are recognizing Montenegro as an interesting market and a reliable partner. Our tourism ties are further strengthened by the fact that nearly 28,500 tourists from Belgium visit Montenegro in previous year, recording over 94,000 overnight stays, figures that testify to the growing interest of Belgian citizens in Montenegro's natural beauties and hospitality. Belgian investments in Montenegro amounted to a total of 19.5 million euros from 2019 to 2024. I would especially like to highlight the involvement of BESIX in the Lustica Bay project, as well as the presence of renewed Belgian companies such as Net2, ITAS, and Passive Group. This presence reflects the confidence Belgian entrepreneurs have in our economic environment and capacities. However, our ambitions go further. Today, I would like to present several areas that offer concrete investment opportunities between our two countries. Montenegro aims to increase its share of renewable energy, as Ambassador said. Your experience in wind farms, solar energy, smart grids, and efficient waste management is extremely valuable to us, and I see this as an opportunity for cooperation. Belgian tourists already recognize Montenegro as an attractive destination. As I said, there is room for investment in luxury hotels, eco-resorts, and specialized tourism offers such as wellness, adventure tourism, and cultural routes. We are open to partnership in the construction and modernization of road, rail, and port infrastructure, and Belgian companies with international experience in this sector are more than welcome in Montenegro. Also, our country is investing in the development of the IT sector, the digital transformation of public services, and the creation of smart cities. Your companies can contribute not only with capital, but with knowledge through startup partnerships, joint incubators, and centers of excellence. Belgium is a leader in food processing. Montenegro also offers high-quality products like wine, honey, olive oil, fish, and space for processing and distribution facilities. Ladies and gentlemen, Montenegro offers a simple and competitive tax system, a stable legal framework for foreign investors, and a geostrategic location at the gateway to the EU and the Adriatic Sea. We ensure equal treatment of domestic and foreign investments with no restriction on profit transfers. Our country already cooperates with the Flemish, Wallon, and Brussels Agency for Investment and Export, and I'm confident that today's meeting can mark a new milestone in deepening our economic cooperation. I warmly invite you to visit us, connect with our institution, and recognize Montenegro not just as a market, but as a partner for mutual growth. At the end, I would like to thank you for your attention, and I'm here for any kind of question. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Draghi. Thank you for this really detailed introduction and warm words. We will now have just a brief intervention from Mr. Nebojša Čagorović, Charge d'Affaires of the Montenegrin Embassy in Brussels. So, Mr. Čagorović, our colleagues will let you in, and you have the floor.
On behalf of the Embassy of Montenegro and Ministry for Foreign Affairs, I would like to welcome all of you, particularly our distinguished guests from Belgium, renowned representatives of regional and federal economic institutions and Belgian companies. There is a special greetings from our side to Ambassador De Welter, with our desire that Montenegro becomes the member of the EU during his term. It goes without saying that embassy remains at full disposal to the end to the end of this seminar, and especially bearing in mind a very important message to all investors. What we always emphasize is that Montenegro is a NATO member and candidate country for future expansion of the EU that we expect to be 2028. I would like to once more to greet all of you and to wish all of us, a very fruitful day. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for this introduction. We will now go to provide you with a more in-depth overview of the Montenegrin economy. We will highlight key sectors and economic indicators, business prospects, ongoing and upcoming projects. So we will hear two presentations, first from Mr. Dusan Radonjic from the Chamber of Commerce of Montenegro, and then from Ms. Masha Šturanović from the Montenegrin Investment Agency. Mr. Radonjic, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mariana. Thank you all for attending this very important webinar that we are joining today. Dear partners from Belgium, welcome and thank you for joining today's session. We are here today not only to present Montenegro's economic landscape, but to extend a direct invitation. Come, invest and visit Montenegro. We believe Belgium, with its tradition of innovation, sustainable industry, and global business leadership, is a natural and very desirable partner for Montenegro's next phase of growth. Montenegro, as already told, is at the crossroads of East and West, a small country with great access to the EU, to the Adriatic Sea, and to the wider Balkans. Our location, the EU candidate state status, the use of euro from the beginning makes Montenegro a stable, predictable, and business-friendly environment. Our main pillar in the economic sector is, of course, tourism and services. With 240 sunny days per year, growing visitor numbers, Montenegro is already a tourism success story. But the infrastructure and the services to support high-end tourism still need development. This is where Belgian investors can step in through luxury hotels, wellness resorts, ecotourism, and coastal real estate projects. We are an ecological state. So from forest and water to cultivable land and lakes, Montenegro is a country rich in resources. But more importantly, it's rich in untapped potential. Greenfield and brownfield investments opportunities in energy, agriculture, and food processing are pending to be reached. Infrastructure gaps that invite innovation and capital. Belgium's experience in logistics, circular economy, and water management is highly relevant here. Now you are seeing during the presentation some overall data regarding the geographic position, natural resources, and all the potentials that Montenegro has. I am more focused to emphasize some, let's say, capital economic pillars that could be interesting for the Belgian companies to invest. The next pillar in importance is the potential of renewable energy sources. Montenegro is committed to a green energy transition. Hydropower, wind powers, and solar plants are already operating, but much more is possible, especially with Belgian expertise in clean tech, smart grids, and efficient waste systems. We welcome partnerships and capital in these areas. Our development vision is sustainable, not speculative. We protect our nature, and our investors benefit from long-term value creation. Belgian companies with a focus on ESG and corporate responsibility will find strong alignment here. Our economy is growing, as you could already hear. In 2023, we welcomed 2.6 million tourists with a 32% increase in overnight stays. 94% of overall visitors are international, and that permits us to conclude that Montenegro is on the map, on the touristic map, and growing fast. We will, of course, on the other hand, need better accommodation, stronger services, and transport solution, ideal sectors for Belgian capital, expertise, and technology. In 2024, Montenegro attracted almost 900 million of foreign direct investment. Real estate remains the top sector, but we want to diversify investment in production, energy, IT, logistics, and green economy. Belgian companies are already present, as you could hear. B6 is active in Luštica Bay. EY provides advisory services. Prime Consulting imports Belgian food products. This is a great opportunity to invite more Belgian companies to follow their lead and to try to find intensify connections, economic ties with Montenegro. Why Montenegro? Because we are a liberal foreign trade regime, national treatment for foreign investors, no restrictions on profit or capital repatriation, corporate tax from 9%, VAT from 7 to 21%, income tax from 9%, fast company registration, and special incentives for investment in the north and in business zones. If you are a Belgian SME or a large enterprise, these incentives makes Montenegro an agile, affordable entry point into the Western Balkans. Municipalities, of course, offer subsidized land, tax cuts, and even exceptions on payroll contributions. Business zones come with built-in infrastructure and public-private partnership models. Belgian companies in logistics, construction, hospitality, and energy services are especially encouraged to explore these zones. Montenegro is, as you already heard, a NATO member since 2017 and has opened all 33 EU negotiation chapters. We expect to become the next EU member state by 2028, hopefully, bringing regulatory alignment, market stability, and growth in demand. Investing now means being ahead of the curve later. Dear Belgian partners, Montenegro offers you more than a destination. It offers you a partnership. You bring expertise, innovation, and capital. We bring location, incentives, and untapped market. Let's build a common future of sustainable growth and shared values. Thank you, and we look forward to welcoming you in Montenegro. Please have patience for a couple more of pages of our presentation, even though I think and I hope that Mia's presentation will involve all the necessary data to, let's say, have the more precise perspectives of the opportunities that Montenegrin business environment are offering you. Once again, thank you, and we are expecting you in Montenegro.
Thank you very much, Mr. Radonjic. Thank you for this very useful information. We will now continue to explore business and economic opportunities of Montenegro. Ms. Masha Šturanović from the Montenegrin Investment Agency will have her presentation now. So, dear Masha, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mariana. So good morning to everyone. From my side, it's an absolute pleasure to greet you all today on behalf of the Montenegrin Investment Agency. So my name is Masha, and I'm thrilled to have the opportunity to walk you through what makes Montenegro an exceptional destination for investment, lifestyle, and business growth also. Over the next 15 minutes, I will highlight our unique advantages, economic progress, and exciting opportunities that I believe will resonate with your expertise and interests. So let's dive in. First off, let me paint you a picture of Montenegro for you. Imagine a place where the cost of living is remarkably affordable, on par with other EU countries, yet offers an attractive quality of life with low utilities and easy access to the stunning Adriatic Sea. Our mild Mediterranean climate, with over 270 sunny days a year, complements a natural beauty that's truly breathtaking, from seaside escapes to majestic mountains. Whether it's savoring our fusion of Mediterranean and Central European flavors in our cuisine, or enjoying luxury boat sailing, hiking, or a cold beer by the beach, Montenegro is a place for everyone. It's this rich cultural tapestry and scenic charm that make it a perfect spot not just to visit, but to live and also invest in. So when I think of why Montenegro, Montenegro stands out as a prime location for entrepreneurs and investors, and here's why. Montenegro's government has continuously worked to enhance the investment environment, implementing structural reforms, simplifying procedures, and ensuring legal predictability. As a result, investors benefit from a liberalized economy and one of the most competitive tax systems in Europe. The corporate income tax rate in Montenegro is progressive, meaning that the amount of tax depends on the amount of profit the company makes. The profit of legal entities is taxed at a rate of 9% to 15%, and there are also low rates of VAT. With tax reforms in 2022, Montenegro became the country with the lowest labor costs in Europe, and starting a business here is a breeze. As Dusan told before, company registration takes just around 10 business days, with an initial capital of only €1 for LLC, and maintenance costs are also low. For those interested in property, you can buy real estate with a 3% purchase tax, and there is a 0.25% annual real estate tax, but it can be higher, up to 1%. Plus, owning property can fast-track your residence permit. These advantages, combined with a business-oriented government, a simplified registration process, and incentives for priority sectors, have positioned Montenegro as a regional hub for foreign capital. We also offer national treatment for foreign investors, meaning you have the same rights as domestic ones, a principle guaranteed by law. With over 40 double taxation agreements with countries including Belgium, your investments here are secure and streamlined. Our stable banking systems with 11 banks, mostly foreign-owned, and great connectivity via air, land, and sea ensure your business can thrive with ease. So let's turn to our economic landscape. Montenegro has shown remarkable resilience and growth, especially post-COVID. Our labor market is a standout. Unemployment has dropped significantly. At the same time, the average gross salary has risen steadily, reaching just a bit over 1,000 by November 2024. You can see the slides with foreign trade of goods between Belgium and Montenegro. And we also have a register of incentives for foreign investments that is at your disposal at our official site. But I can also send you it via email later if that's a help for you. So our new fiscal policy is another game changer. We have substitute health insurance contributions with other government financing, leading to a 46% decrease in the tax wedge. down to 21% from 39%, which is now among the lowest in Europe. For minimum wage earners, the tax burden has dropped to 20% compared to 31% in the region. We have also introduced progressive income taxation and reduced employer contributions for highly qualified employees, making Montenegro an even more attractive hub for talent and business. Infrastructure is the backbone of our economic progress, and we are investing heavily. Around 2 billion euros from the state budget is planned to be invested between 2024 and 2027. Our road network is expanding with primary roads and expressways, including key projects like Bar-Boljare Highway and the Adriatic-Ionian Highway. Major developments, such as the Bar-Boljare-Mateševo-Andrijevica road, are underway alongside railway upgrades like the Podgorica-Albanian border line. So we are working lately to improve our infrastructure and to be even more connected to main EU cities and countries so that investors can benefit from that kind of ease as well. In energy, we can see some success stories here. Those are the most significant realized investment in the tourism sector, and tourism is a cornerstone of our economy, with international arrivals growing to 2.13 million in 2023 and revenues exceeding 1.5 billion American dollars. Foreign guests contribute 96.3% to this revenue, underscoring our competitiveness. Success stories abound. Investments like Porto Novi, Porto Montenegro, and Mammo Island have created thousands of jobs and boosted our tourism sector. These projects, alongside key developments on the north, like the mountain centers in Žarski and Jelovica, are driving sustainable growth. We have a lot of ongoing projects going on which realization will be fully finished soon. So that is opportunity for even more employment and also revenue. In energy, we are leading the way with renewable projects. The undersea cable between Italy and Montenegro with 1.2 billion euro investment and 600 megawatt capacity positions us as a regional hub for EU electricity export. Hydro projects like hydropower plant Kruševo and hydropower plant Komarnica, along with wind farms like wind farm Grozd, and solar initiatives like solar power plant Slano, showcase our commitment to sustainable energy. Battery energy storage systems are also on the horizon, enhancing grid stability and supporting a green future. Finally, let's touch on innovation. The Science and Technology Park Montenegro and the Innovation Fund are nurturing entrepreneurship and research. We are offering tax exemptions and supporting product development. Our program for improving the competitiveness of the economy and the crafts development program are empowering production, digitalization, and young talent, areas where Belgian expertise would shine. So when it comes to infrastructure, it is the backbone of our economic progress, and we are investing heavily, as I told, so around 2 billion euros. To conclude, to not take any more of your time, Montenegro offers a unique blend of natural beauty, economic opportunity, and forward-thinking policies. Our strategic location, growing infrastructure, and commitment to sustainability makes us an ideal partner for Belgian businesses. We are eager to collaborate, whether through joint ventures, infrastructure projects, or innovation partnerships. I would love to open the floor for any questions you might have, and I invite you to explore specific opportunities with us. And thank you, of course, for your time. I can share the presentation, and I hope the organizers will share the presentation with all of you through the email, and we can stay in contact and stay in touch for any more information you might have. We have this really detailed presentation that we gladly send to potential investors. So that's where you can find even more information, and also through our website. So thank you, everyone, and let's hope to stay in touch.
Thank you very much, Masha. Both presentations of Dusan and Masha are very detailed, and we will share them with all participants together with all other presentations. And you will see, especially these two presentations have all the necessary information about the sectors, about ongoing and future projects. So we will definitely share everything with our participants. Thank you both for this very detailed overview of the Montenegrin economy, important sectors, and important ongoing and future projects. This can definitely serve as a valuable starting point for any Belgian company interested in Montenegrin markets. And now we turn to the Foreign Investor Council of Montenegro, a key stakeholder in improving the investment and business environment in Montenegro, as foreign investors, together with local businesses, play a key role in driving Montenegro's economic development. So please welcome Ms. Ariana Nikolic, Executive Director of the Foreign Investor Council of Montenegro. Ariana, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mariana. It is really a pleasure to present MFIC to the Belgian community, and it is my great pleasure to greet you all on behalf of MFIC. Next slide, please. And who is MFIC? MFIC is an association of leading foreign investors operating in Montenegro, established in 2009, and currently represent 37 members from various sectors, employing these companies, employing over 60,000 people, and contributed nearly 23% of Montenegro's GDP. Our member is committed not only to, previous slide please, our members are committed not only to business success, but also to the long-term sustainability development of Montenegro. Our main goal is improving investment climate and business development in Montenegro, representing and expressing the opinions of our members to promote common interest, then promoting dialogue and cooperation with Montenegrin authorities, and also improving collaboration and institutional dialogue. On the previous slide, you had opportunity to see our board members, and this is who present MFIC in the public, and this was our board members in the last mandate, and also they're all elected for the next 2 years. On the next slide, you can see the mission and vision of Montenegrin Foreign Investment Council, which is defined by the strategy, and strategy was done by BSG, which presents our really wish to become a leading association in Montenegro. In this moment, we have 5 committees. First, we established 4 committees, and it was ESG committee, taxation and rule of law committee, then talent and human capital. Next slide, please. Thank you. And IT, economic and infrastructure development company. From this year, we have one more committee, and that is the legal committee, because we understand our need to have this committee in the aim to improve our legal system in Montenegro. On the next slide, we present some of our main goals, I would say, and what we've done in the previous year, And we had regular meetings with European Commission on business environment and reforms. Then our board members participated in EU delegation study on reform of EU accession program in Montenegro. Then we had 2 meetings with Prime Minister and 2 meetings with President of Montenegro. We also a member of Competitiveness Council and Trade Facilitation Council, and in cooperation with Ministry of Tourism, we are also member of coordination body for monitoring touristic season. I will present you also what is scope of our works in the last 1.5 years. So we signed a memorandum with Foundation Čini Dobro and to amplify our social impact, and with Turkcem as one of the biggest national association in Montenegro. Our main product is the White Book. White Book is our annual publication which evaluates the ease of doing business and provides actionable recommendation for policymakers. The White Book is a cornerstone for our advocacy, influencing both government decision and public decision. This year, last year, we published the White Book and presented in the November 2024. Why? Because we decided to move it from April to November to give the opportunity to the government that they have all information from the White Book before they are preparing the annual plans. So in the future, the White Book will be presented in the November. The picture you see here, this is our presentation of the White Book from the economic faculty, because we understand it is very important to know the student about how it's easy to do business in Montenegro and what is the main obstacle in doing business. So we also donate to the Museum and Galleries Podgorica as our step in social responsibility organization. Some of the events which we are organizing is MFIC Coffee. We organize MFIC Coffee, which is informal gathering of our members. This is the way how we want to improve networking between our members. Then we are organizing MFIC talks. From the previous year till now, we had 5 MFIC talks, and these events bring together business leaders, government officials, and diplomatics to discuss between themselves and improving the dialogue. This year we had 2 MFIC talks. One was with the Minister of Justice, and the second was with EU ambassador in Montenegro. Then this is the pictures from the MFIC talks with the Minister of Justice. On the next slide, I want to present you the MFIC report. This is the new activity from this year, and we decided to issue 2 reports by year. The first report is regarding of the direct investments in Montenegro for the period 2018-2024. This report shows the trend of FDI in Montenegro as well as in the region. Also, it is elaborated the countries from which the FDIs came in the previous sector, in the previous period, and which sector, and cooperative analysis of these FDIs investments. For the first time last week, we organized the conference, and this is the logo of our conference, and the title of the conference was Human Resource Capital, and we organized in partnership with Chamber of Commerce. We hope that we will have opportunity to continue with this conference in the future, and we will keep this title because our stand is that human capital is most valuable and it's crucial for one country and its development. And in conclusion, MFIC is a trusted partner for both private sector and the government, dedicated to advancing Montenegro's economy development, supporting EU integration, and fostering a climate where both investment and talent professionals can thrive. Our voice is guided by transparency, constructive dialogue, and commitment to making Montenegro resilient, innovative, and sustainable economy. So I would invite you, if you decide to invest in Montenegro, to become our member in the future. It will be our big pleasure to have you as our members. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ariana. Thank you for this interesting presentation. Your input is highly appreciated. Now, as we move forward in exploring Montenegrin market, we will shift our focus to specific sectors and companies. So we will now hear directly from Belgian companies already active in Montenegro. They will share their testimonials and some practical experiences. You will see they represent different sectors and each is engaged in the market in its own unique way. So first, let's welcome Mr. Lieve van Sande, Project Director at Basics Montenegro. We are eager to hear your testimonial.
Thank you, Maria, for having me on this one. I am Lieve van Sande. I'm working for Basics. I'm Project Director. I'm working for Basics for over 20 years. And I'm currently in Montenegro for, let's say, about 1 year. Basics is, as was said, is a construction company doing also property development and concessions. We have our headquarters are based in Brussels. We do around 3.5 billion euro turnover, and the main areas of activities are building works, infrastructure. We do road works, we do marine works, and our main areas where we work is of course Belgium. That is our home market. Then we also work in Australia. We have a company, Watpak, in Australia, and we do of course a lot of turnover in the surrounding countries, Middle East, and also in Montenegro. In Montenegro, we are here since 2013. So that is almost more than 10 years. And we started, and it was already mentioned before in the webinar, on Luštica Bay. This project we started from scratch. And that is a complete development. It's a touristic residence complex, touristic area, where we have done the marine work, where we have done a hotel. You see also it's the left picture, the residences, the villas. So that is in full development and ongoing since yes, more than 10 years now. This we do it with our business partner, Orascom. And we also developed another project that is Mamula Island. That is a former fortress that has been converted into a 5-star hotel for the heavy view, a very nice hotel. If you have the occasion to visit, beautiful. So just to say, Basics Montenegro, we have around 35 employees. Most of them are from Montenegrin nationality. We have a few Serbian, and I am in fact the only Belgian that is permanently has a permanent residence in Montenegro. And so this with our team, we are doing this projects. So it's mainly construction works, and we do around a turnover of 20 million euro per year, 25. And our intention is to stay in Montenegro and to develop further, and because yeah, I say it's a booming market for the moment, the construction market. So I will not repeat what was already said before, but there are indeed big infrastructural works coming up. We had a conference some months ago, a seminar on big infrastructural works in roads, railways, harbor. It's impressive what will be invested in the near future. As Basics, we are following these projects. We have, it was also said before, high investments in real estate. So investment funds from Dubai, Azerbaijan, Egypt, they all invest in Montenegro heavily. There's the rigid growth was also mentioned for after COVID, really recovery and steady economy. And then also what is for sure will help is access to the European Union. The target date is 2028. It all adds, also mentioned the tax reform, that where the labor cost has been substantially due to a tax drop. Labor cost has been decreased or the income increased of people. So all this contributes to a booming construction market in Montenegro for the moment. But so that let's say it's an upward phase construction, but that means also that there will happen some constraints. And the biggest constraint that we have, and especially in the high season that we have now, is labor. And there is in the high season, everybody is busy, and there is heavy overall construction activity, working activity, and we find it difficult to find the sufficient labor. That is our experience here, and then that we sometimes have to look and see also our subcontractors are working for us that are looking for labor in the neighboring countries and even further on from Turkey, Azerbaijan, or other. So this is a challenge that we have on the market, especially in the high season. We also see that in the surrounding countries, also there, the economy is booming. So people that were attracted here in Montenegro to work sometimes have tendency to go back, like in Serbia, of Albania. So it is not so evident to have the people to invite here to come. So you have to seduce them to come or to stay, let's say, on the Montenegrin market. And also, we also notice that there is a heavy investment on the coastal areas. So very focused on whatever is on the sea area. So that means also that especially there is difficulties to find the required or I call it qualified labor to have it. And as a construction company, we also see that we have a surge of material prices. So all this means that we have to readjust a little bit on this, let's say, restrictions, and this creates some kind of challenge. I'm not saying it's not unsurmountable, but we face this kind of trouble, especially in our branch where we are working. But for the rest, Basics is here to stay, and we really, we are enjoying working here in Montenegro. We have our intention is to expand and to keep on looking for opportunities whenever they do to expand our activities here in Montenegro.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your testimonial. It's always good to hear that you are satisfied and that you plan to stay and to expand your activities. We will now switch to a bit different sector. So we will hear from Mr. Luc Debliki, CEO of Net2.
First, hello everyone. Goedendag, bonjour, and dobar dan. First, I want to say thank you to Brussels Hub, Mariana and her team for the perfect organization of this meeting today. And also congratulations to Mr. De Welter for his new appointment as ambassador. First, I would like to correct a little thing because the correct name of our company is NEDVA, is not NED2. dva means two in Montenegrin because today we are a bit different. We are a Montenegrin company. NEDVA was founded by a Belgian guy, me, but it is a Montenegrin company. We are a little, very small IT company with less than 20 people from Montenegro and Serbia. So we can go to next slide. What we do, I will explain a little bit. In short, we developed online solution using the Microsoft technologies on Azure. For those who don't know what is Azure, Azure is the Microsoft offering for the cloud infrastructure. As of today, this is 20% of the internet share, and it's the equivalent of Google Cloud of Amazon solution. Maybe you know that. We are proud to be part of the Microsoft Partners Network. Okay, next, please. Little bit of history. At the origin, I had a company in Belgium, which still exists, but is sleeping since a long time because I'm now living full-time in Montenegro. For business reasons, I moved to Macedonia in 2015 to open a branch office for a Belgian web agency. And I fell in love with the Balkans and I stayed there. In 2019, I had the opportunity to meet great people from Montenegro and decided to move the offices into Montenegro, where today I'm a permanent resident. What we do, we are developing applications, mostly web online applications for European small companies, for startups, especially in the Microsoft technology, as I mentioned earlier. We can go next. A bit more detail, I will not go deep on that, but globally your offering is developing application, the type of application you're using every day. Product management, e-shops, ERP, content management system, integration between factories and online system, accounting, image processing, whatever. We have specialties on digital product and asset management, which I will explain in a moment. Okay, next. About the clients, we have a lot of references, which as Belgian people you probably know, because the most well-known is maybe Carrefour. Every week when you receive those Carrefour paper folder in your classic letterbox, or if you go right now on the Carrefour website and you see the folders, all the products, images, data they publish is managed through the software we develop for Carrefour. The same for D'Ieteren. If you go on any shop in Belgium, Volkswagen, Porsche, Seat, Audi e-shop, you will find the products that are managed through our application. And we have other clients you probably know is Hubo. For the tools and PCs and so on, we develop the application as well. Same application, it's a product that manages all the product they publish on their catalogs, on the ERP, on their website and so on. Intermarché, D, and other big names. In France, we have bigger B2B clients. I'm not sure if you know about Socoda or Algorel, but those are really big companies. And for them, we manage, our application manage 10 million of products and more with hundreds of users. We have also some history working for the European Commission on a biotech project from 2000 to Horizon 2020 project. Next, please. So from Belgium to Montenegro, what I can say, I can confirm what the previous speaker said. The climate and the natural landscape are lovely. There is a lot of sun. That's totally true. And as a Belgian guy, you can really enjoy the climate. But also, that's quite true. It was really a smooth experience opening a company in Montenegro. It was done very quickly, very little paper. And globally, it works well. It's easy. It's simpler than in Belgium, I'm sorry to say. But no issue at that level. And working with foreign companies is very easy today. I have to mention, because sometimes in Belgium people say, okay, but do you have a correct infrastructure over there? Do you have roads? Do you have internet or what? Electricity? Yes, of course. We have very high-speed connection, better than in Belgium, faster and cheaper. There is no time lag, which is always an advantage to work when you don't need to work during the night to be on the same time slot than your colleague. Flying from Belgium to Montenegro is very sweet. We have direct lines from Ryanair and so on. Sometimes I can take 6 hours door to door from Belgium to Montenegro. So that's really easy. And online banking, of course, it's working in euro, but SEPA is not yet in application. We expected to have it this year because we still pay some fees, but globally it's not a big deal. And I can say that it was a very smooth experience. And in addition to that, I got a connection with the people, with the country, with the climate, and so I decided to live in Montenegro. And now I'm not a Montenegrin citizen because I didn't take the nationality, but I'm permanent citizen here, and it's a globally very positive experience. And so what I would say is that feel free to get in touch with us anytime. Feel free to visit us at the office. We always have great coffee, else the developer refuse to work if we don't have a coffee. That's the main condition to hire IT people. And we'll be happy to meet you anytime for an advice, for an opinion on Montenegro, working here, administration, or also, of course, if you need some IT services and products, we'll be more than happy to give you advice, free offer, and to provide services. Visit our website, and that's it for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Luke. Thank you for this great presentation of Net2. And you were mentioning the importance of coffee for working environment. And our next speaker will introduce you with us all into the world of a bit a special kind of coffee. So I invite Mr. Luka Ivanovic, CEO of Ray & Jules Balkan, to share his experience.
Hey, hello everyone. I would like to thank you all who presented before and shared the beautiful insights and details of your occupations and engagements in Montenegro. We have been in Montenegrin market for the last 3 years, and I come as a representative of a Belgium clean tech company. It's called CE. I will share with you their website. And they are the mother company of Ray & Jules, which, as the name suggests, there it is, Ray like sunshine rays, and Jules energy. So we use sun energy to roast coffee. We are the first in the world who invented this method and machinery that allows us to use solar energy for coffee roasting. Otherwise, coffee roasting is a very energy-intensive process. And the engineers from Belgium who reinvented this are the leaders, the pioneers in the sector, and very much innovators for the methods of roasting. So we collaborate directly with the growers, who all have their specific ways of processing. We thereafter import the beans to Belgium, where they are roasted in this very particular way using solar energy. And we like to use our communication channels like Instagram and Facebook and social media to teach and empower people how to make the best cup of coffee at home, at their travels, or at their own time. Yes, we decided to go into the coffee market. CE decided to go to the coffee market because it's a growing market, especially in the last 5 years since the Asian people started drinking more coffee. It's even more than the figures that you see in front of yourselves, and it's a market with big opportunity in terms of development and further transformation, especially in the roasting part. We can move to the next slide. Where we show a little bit the downside of this market, and we suggest our solution as an innovative and something which can be implemented locally. So we thought that Montenegro could be a great spot for the Balkan region to develop and share our technology, and we try to spread to Serbia, to Croatia, to Macedonia, and we hope that in the near future, Ray and Jules will be present in these areas. But the more I hear from you about the other opportunities, I would really like to suggest that you freely get in touch with us for clean tech solutions as well, because CE is very eager to be involved in different markets, and cross-country collaboration is something that is our strong side, especially through our experience with third world countries, where we've developed through different foundations and funding programs roasters for cocoa beans, different facilities for places where they needed renewable energy and affordable energy. So it's really part of our everyday work. We can go to next slide. This is just a brief picture show of what our invention really stands behind. So in 1880s, we had the first vehicle that was powered by fossil fuels, as well as it's the time when the first coffee roaster appeared, which was also with fossil fuels and very energy intensive. And today we come in 2020, where we have fully electric vehicles and all kinds of machineries that are running on clean energy, and the coffee roasting process has remained completely the same, unchanged, and still very energy demanding. So our work in the coffee sector has been to completely remodel this roasting method, and to try and share this story of clean tech with everyday people, with those with coffee lovers, and a lot of us are coffee lovers, and our story goes well with a cup of coffee. I can assure you of that if you would like to learn more, and especially for those of you who are based in Montenegro, I can arrange to come over to give you a little bit more information about our work and to share with you a cup of coffee. And if you like it, we are happy to look for collaborators. So as I mentioned before, Ray and Jules is a part of CE Group, where the technology and everything that has been developed before by CE is nowadays used in Ray and Jules. And we have also our non-profit part of work for third world countries, and some running projects which are really interesting, especially the one I mentioned for cocoa beans, where in Virunga, through Virunga Foundation in Congo, we built a completely off-grid roaster for cocoa beans. It's a marvelous project, and still it works, and we are very happy that we gave the opportunity to local community to shift from exploiting the natural resources of virgin forests and using their own natural resources, and really gaining on and producing soup, cocoa beans, and even chocolate on site. Can we go to the next slide? I think yes. So in terms of our product, it's a high quality product. As I mentioned before, we collaborate directly with the growers. So not all of our coffees are organic certified, but all the growers we visit annually, and we maintain close relation with growers to make sure everything is run in an organic and a fair way. Situation with the countries where we collaborate is similar to the situation in Montenegro, where we get these certification agencies which don't really run transparently. So organic certification is not our main task, but rather the working conditions on the farm, the quality of the product, and all of our coffees are single origin, and most of our coffees are specialty coffee, which means that they meet standard of organic growing and particular grading of 80 plus points for all coffee. We don't really try to brag so much about the coffee as much as we try to involve people to fall in love with our technological innovation story. But I assure you that coffee is one of the best, and I hope that I have a chance to share with you this cup whenever you have an opportunity and whenever you are in Montenegro.
Thank you very much, Luca. Thank you for this very interesting presentation. And we now again change our sector, and we will hear a presentation of Mr. Ivan Bošković, CEO of ITAS, a Montenegrin company working closely with Belgian company B12 Consulting.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you for the opportunity to present our collaboration with B12. As you said, ITAS is a small software development company in Montenegro, and we are specialized in developing and implementing artificial intelligence and system based on artificial intelligence. But with limited resources as we had, we couldn't answer to the demand, growing demand on artificial intelligence. So the partnership with B12 Consulting, the Belgian data science and AI company, was kind of a natural step for us. But this cooperation has a short history because 9 years ago I lived and worked in Belgium. I was actually living in Antwerp and Brussels. So when I came back, I brought some kind of a vision and context, personal context and a vision that mutual cooperation between the Belgian companies and Montenegrin companies can have a mutual benefits. So I met Mikhailo Backović, who's actually Belgian citizen, but with the Montenegrin origins. He was at the time managing partner in B12 Consultancy. And we agreed on cooperation, and their plans at that period were to establish a branch office in Montenegro so we can cooperate much closer. But as they were growing as well, they were acquired by Yuma Group, the larger Benelux corporation, and then they switched their business strategy. So now we're actually cooperating on a per project base. And our biggest project at the moment and most significant outcome of our collaboration is the project that we are doing in partnership with Clinical Center of Montenegro. And it's supported by a Montenegrin Innovation Fund, and it's actually pioneering efforts to bring artificial intelligence in histopathological diagnosis. So the problem that Clinical Center of Montenegro had is as well limited resources and long queues of the patients who are waiting for the histopathological reports. And as we all know, unfortunately, the number of days that you're waiting for this kind of report can mean usually difference between life and death. So we decided to approach them and to propose the introduction of machine learning and artificial intelligence together with B12 Consulting. So it was recognized as a good proposition, as a very potential and innovative idea that can change the pathology in Clinical Center of Montenegro, and we can digitalize actually this part of the medical diagnostical process. So from the technical side, we are actually implementing and developing advanced artificial intelligence architecture. Team from Montenegro and team from Belgium, from B12, are cooperating together, working together. And hopefully by the end of this year, we will have a final product and we will have results. So as we pitched, our pitch actually for the Montenegrin Innovation Fund was that we as an engineer together with the Belgian engineers can actually, with the advanced technology like artificial intelligence, can help medical staff to save lives. And hopefully looking at the data and statistics, we can prove this, that this kind of technology can really save some lives in Montenegro. So this project exemplifies what we at ITAS aim to do. So we want to combine local insights with the global technology. And through the partnership with the B12, we brought to Montenegro some of the best practices in applied AI, which are adopted in the EU, of course, custom, and we would like to custom it to the unique needs of our institutions and health system in Montenegro. So what are the advantages that we actually have combined international team focusing on a real local problem that will benefit Montenegrin citizens. And after that, our strategy is to deploy this system all around the world. So our collaboration is actually based on trust, continuity, and shared purpose. It's driven by innovation. So from our casual meetings in Belgium to cutting-edge diagnostic system in Montenegro, we're actually making a bridge between those two countries, and hopefully we can go on a global scene as well. So yeah, thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Ivan. I would like to thank all four of you for your presentations, for sharing your testimonials. We greatly appreciate your openness in speaking about opportunities or challenges you faced. Your contributions are very important for our audience, as they offer a great deal of practical knowledge based in real business practice, real business experiences. This will be very useful for anyone considering entry into the Montenegrin market, as this kind of concrete experience is very important, and no report or presentation can replace the experience of company already active on the ground. We will, with this, finish this first part of our webinar, or the biggest part, and we will open the floor for a brief Q&A question. I will just need help from my colleagues in Brussels if we have any questions.
Okay, yeah, Mariana, indeed, we had some questions, and very relevant as well. The presentations were already very detailed and very interesting, of course, but anyhow, we learned from Leven, from basics, that labor force, skilled labor force is a bit of an issue in Montenegro. So in this way, the question of the professor from Ghent University is very relevant, because they have a scholarship. They have 4 scholarships to offer to this specific region where Montenegro also is in. And it seems very difficult for them to find applicants. So students in the bachelor degree in specifically mechanical engineering, I would suggest perhaps that the professor would take contact with Dusan. Isn't it, Dusan? Perhaps you can answer this question. With who should they take contact to get into this pool of potential students for these scholarships? Dusan, you can answer perhaps? Yeah, okay.
Yes, of course. When we talk about labor potentials and HR potentials in Montenegro, we are facing the same problem as the rest of the Europe. I mean, we are lacking some, let's say, some professions that are oriented towards services, especially during the touristic season. And we are importing labor force from other countries during that specific period. But when we talk about, let's say, some other professions, some professions apart from seasonal work, we can manage to find, let's say, adequate labor force, highly professional. And I think that we are, apart from we are a small country, we are in that sense giving an opportunity to foreign investors to have, let's say, professional, highly trained and highly educated labor force. Of course, when we are talking about specific professions that we are lacking, not only as Montenegro, but as Western Balkans, we are more than willing to establish connections with foreign universities to maybe find a way to let's say, find some scholarship for our students in Belgium. Why not? I am able to make connections with a couple of universities that we have them with their seat in Podgorica. We have a national university and two private universities in Podgorica that are, I presume, more than willing to collaborate with your university society, of course.
Okay, thank you very much, Dusan. The professor has left his contact details in the chat, so it would be useful for you perhaps to contact him after the webinar, and so you can help him in finding the right people for the right scholarships. So,
of course.
thank you. There is in fact a second question from a chocolate producing company who wants to get into touch with the company who gave the presentation on Ray and Jules. Of course, Ray and Jules will have a great knowledge of the market, but in this question, you are looking for potential distributors of your products. This is a question which can also be answered by Mariana, of course.
Yes.
She is our dedicated person to assist our exporting companies from Belgium to the Montenegro. So perhaps you can already share your thoughts, how we do that, and how she should contact you.
I think the easiest would be through Fit Portal, because I think it's a Flemish company, if I see correctly. So the easiest is to contact us through your portal, and then we receive the request and we will try to get in touch not only with Ray and Jules, but also with other potential importers and distributors in Montenegro or in Serbia if she's interested in this market as well.
Indeed. I will contact her after the webinar, in fact, because my other colleague is in holiday leave, so but I will take charge, no problem. We have a region desk to do it. Then I have a company which makes a little bit of promotion for their site, what they do. They are, I think, importing and exporting products. In this case, they would be interested to export to Montenegro. I presume they can also be in contact with you, Mariana.
Yes, of course.
And give you some contact details, but I think it's a French or a Brussels company. I'm not sure. Anyhow, we can help them. And then there is Luca. Luca gave some more detailed information how to find more info about their company. Then I see some nice remarks for you, Mariana, for doing a good effort for this webinar. Okay. I see another relevant question. It's about railway infrastructure investments. Can somebody elaborate a little bit on that? I would suggest Ariana, perhaps, or Masha. Perhaps Ariana could start to explain in short if there is something planned for the next few years into railway infrastructure investment.
Regarding this question, this is not in the area which we are dealing with because we have our members who are already in Montenegro's market, and we don't have any company for real estate. I know there is the reconstruction process and some tender process regarding this railway, but that is the old question which I have. But if you're interested about the situation when we talk about the transport in Montenegro, I will invite you to check the white book, because we have the indexes regarding this area in our white book. So for all the area which you mentioned till now, we have indexes in our white book, and what our members, which is the foreign investment in Montenegro, say about some sectors in which they not just dealing, but in overall sectors in Montenegro.
Okay, Maca, perhaps you could
Yes,
add something to that? Yeah, okay, thank you.
Yes, I can definitely add something. So when it comes to railway infrastructure in Montenegro, I can tell you more about key priorities and projects, and I will also leave my email in the chat section, so each one of you can contact me to go into more details. I saw some questions regarding to other fields as well, such as private hospitals and elderly care units.
Okay.
We can discuss it also. It's we work with relevant subjects to that. So when it comes to railway infrastructure, key priorities right now is railway Vrbnica-Bar. It's 80 million euro value. It consists of 8 tunnel reconstruction, 13 steel bridges reconstruction, and 20 kilometer of superstructure Lutovo-Bratunica-Bioči reconstruction. There is also R2 railway interconnection incoming. That's from Podgorica to Albanian border. So it's also 80 million euro estimated value of the project, and 25 kilometers of the permanent route to be reconstructed and modernized. It consists of 5 bridges, 3 tunnels, and 25 culverts to be reconstructed or replaced. We are also working on digitalization of telecommunication, reconstruction of the station track and the station building in Tuzi. Also, when it comes to plant dynamic, the main project is expected to be finished by the end of 2025, and planned projects in the future are construction of the regional railway line Čapljina-Trebinje, Nikšić-Podgorica, and also the railway line Pljevlja-Bijelo Polje, Berne, border with Kosovo. So we do have investments, we expect investments in this railway infrastructure sector, and also we are currently working on improving that particular structure, railway infrastructure. I can also,
you can continue if you would like to do the next question as well. Thanks for already giving this very detailed information again. Perhaps it would be interesting to share some links to various websites to find all this information of these projects, in specific railway investment projects. Now, indeed, there is a question of investments in another sector, hospital sector, and the sector of elderly houses. So if you would, Masa, you could also elaborate a little bit on that. We have a few minutes left, so but anyhow, after the webinar, everybody will be available via email or via mobile phone, whatever, everything is possible.
Yes, of course. So when it comes to hospital sector and sector of elderly houses, we indeed struggle with these sectors in Montenegro because of the shortage of staff. So when it comes to hospital sector, we do have the hospital market that is growing, but particularly by private clinics, and projected revenue rising from approximately just over $200 billion to $270 million by 2029. That's an annual growth rate of around 3.8%. So the EBRD also recently approved a 12 million loan plus 2 million EU grant to upgrade energy efficiency and infrastructure across 3 public hospitals in Podgorica, Cetinje, and Bijelo Polje. But private clinics and specialized facilities are on the rise, particularly in tourist hubs, due to increasing demand for higher quality and faster service. So I think there is potential for investment in that sector and in concrete in private clinics. The public system struggles with outdated equipment and funding, making private investments more attractive and something a sector a good sector to invest in, especially when it comes to health tourism. That's something we work on to improve in the future. When it comes to elderly care, that's still mostly state-owned. Mostly state-owned elderly care units. But the list of waiting is very long, and there is limited capacity to have all the beds and to accept all the applicants. So I think that's another sector that could benefit from private investments and maybe also private elderly care units. And this is something we can definitely work on, and we from Montenegro Investment Agency can contact all the relevant institutions and help potential investors to explore more opportunities regarding this.
Thank you very much, Masha. Very detailed again. So I think the people need to contact you as soon as possible after this webinar, that's for sure. Because indeed in the healthcare, we have some healthcare companies, that's clear. There is another question, if there are plans to invest in the diagnostic field, especially to screen newborns at birth. If I heard your speech just before, I presume also there is interest in Montenegro government to improve the healthcare in that aspect, Masha. And then perhaps to conclude, because we are a little bit running out of time, there is one more question of a company interested to explore possibilities into solar and energy storage in Montenegro in the nearby future. Sorry. Perhaps Dusan, you can share your lights on it together with Masha, specifically on the energy.
Masha was excellent, giving you the right information that you can also provide by detailed introspection into our presentations. But when we are talking about renewable energy sources projects, we are very keen to proceed in the sense of sustainable economic development, and we are facing that sector as one of the most prominent sectors in Montenegro. I should invite the companies that are interested in investing in solar plants, in wind plants, and hydropower of Montenegro, which is very relevant, to contact directly the Chamber of Economy of Montenegro in order to give us the possibility to connect them with the relevant companies, the national energetic company, Elektroprivreda of Montenegro, which is developing two important and major projects right now, and a couple of private companies that are trying to find partners. They are putting forward 3 or 4 projects right now of renewable energy, especially solar plants, and they could be a very desirable partner for investing in Montenegro. I'm on disposal for giving the right contacts and then to, let's say, supervise the negotiations and the whole process.
Thank you very much, Dusan. Perhaps Masha, to conclude the question part, and then I leave the floor to Mariana afterwards. Masha, please.
Yes, of course. So regarding medical sector, right? So I can't tell you at this point. Is there any plan to invest in the diagnostic field? When it comes to Montenegro Investment Agency, we didn't have the information. We don't have the information. Is there any plan right now? But I mean, it is possible that that someone reaches out to us in the future regarding this question, but right now I do not have that information. There were some potential investors who were interested in investing in medical field, but it didn't work out. So right now we do have a will to help you with this question, and we do have a will to help you with making that potential investment possible. So I don't think these technologies are planned right now, and I think it could be a really great opportunity to invest in. Okay. But we can also, keep in touch, and I can keep you updated with the newest information regularly.
Okay, Mariana, I give you the floor to.
I'm really happy we had so much questions. It means that companies are really interested in the Montenegrin market and they obtain some useful information. I can only thank you on behalf of organizers, Hub Brussels, Flanders Investment and Trade, and AVEX, to thank to all speakers, to the participants. Also, special thank you for my colleagues in Brussels that did the technical support behind the scenes. Well, we hope this webinar provided you with very useful information about Montenegro, that perhaps you have ideas for future cooperation and some potential partnerships. All presentations will be shared with you, with also, I assume, our contact details, but you can have contact details of our office, our email address in the chat, so don't hesitate to contact us. We will put you in contact with Dusan or Masha, although Masha shared her contact details, but we are there to support any Belgian company interested in our region. I can only thank you again for the participation. We hope to see you in some other events we organize. We hope to welcome you in our region and have a wonderful day. Thank you very much.